Lee Farnell here, and I'm going to let you in on a real secret of my life and of so many others to leading my best, healthiest life. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back. What I want to share with you this morning is my secret to staying sane, my secret to staying healthy, my secret to actually floating on top, that is, floating, not sinking. I'm talking about the fact that pretty much every day I swim in the ocean. I've swum in the pool for many years, but during COVID, when the swimming pools closed, we got involved with a group of friends swimming at North Cottesloe in the Indian Ocean. And literally have done that now for the last 3 years, and I've got to say, it's addictive. Only last week, I was ill. I must have copped some kind of chest infection from one of my grandkids or somebody, and I couldn't swim. And I've got to say, I started to go down what I would call the black hole. That little black hole of the world not being as nice or as positive or as good. In fact, it started to get a bit dark. I mean, everything was bad and things were going bad. And of course, you don't have to be Pollyanna, as in everything's rosy. But what we do know is, one, optimists do live longer than pessimists. They tend to be much healthier. But what I'm doing, and by chance, I'm actually speaking, and if you go onto my Facebook page, you'll see I'm actually speaking at Maria Halpin's Meeting for Minds World in a Brainstorm forum down in Fremantle on the 12th and the 13th of May. And the title of my presentation on Friday is called Swim for Empowerment, Empowerment for Life, the lived experience of mental health, ocean swimming, and you. As I say, I've spent over 40 years swimming, but particularly the last 4 or 5 years swimming every day in the ocean. And I've got to say, I realise the reason I do it is for my own sanity. I don't talk to people about it, but I know without exercise, without swimming, I do start to slide down that slippery slope. My good friend Dr. Peter Simons has written a book and has made a life's passion out of helping understand mental health and depression. He has a book called Brain Fuel Depletion, and he talks about that slippery slope where you're not clinically depressed, that is, you're not thinking suicidal thoughts, but you are thinking that life's not so good and a whole lot of other dark thoughts, which of course we don't like to talk about, but the fact is they can run through your head in the absence of discipline. So when I say discipline, I mean mental discipline, and I mean physical discipline, and I suppose I mean energetic discipline as well, which is the relationship between thought and emotion. What's the energy that's going on inside you? What I'm going to be talking about at the Fireside Chat is how ocean swimming helps with mental health and the research and the lived experience of that. I mean, you can search it on the internet and you can see. What does it do? There's at least 5 ways ocean swimming benefits your mental health. One, we know it releases endorphins, particularly those feel-good chemicals of serotonin and dopamine. I just know I'm a nicer person. In fact, I know I'm a nicer person just walking down the beach and seeing the beach, let alone actually hitting the water with my friends each morning. And again, if you want to check it out, you can both check out Swim for Empowerment, the Facebook page on Swim for Empowerment, and you can also check out Pod Squad North Cottesloe. But there's many ocean swim groups right around Australia and around the world. But the serotonin and the dopamine helps us deal with stress and pain, but it certainly helps us feel good. Let alone the waves and the salt water and the daily dose of vitamin D that you get. So there's a whole natural high that happens when you swim in the ocean. It also regulates breathing. What we know about breathing and breathing in meditation and the area of neuro-linguistic programming shows that your breath helps shape and change your emotional state. So as soon as you go, that's different than, which of course is different to and I'm a big fan of my friends at the Buddhist Centre in Western Australia and the fantastic monks there talking every day about the beauty and the joy and the power and the healing and the transformation, the transformational benefits of breathing, the beauty of the breath. And so swimming helps regulate the breathing and not only sometimes taking deeper breaths, but you can slow down. And so I actually recommend the combination of both swimming and meditation. So most mornings I will get up early, get up at 5. Sometimes when I'm swimming super early, I'll get up at 4 or 4:15 and do 15 to 20 minutes of breathing and meditation, guided visualization before I even get to the beach. So you can imagine that's a really great start to the day. What we also know about breathing is breathing helps to move the lymphatic system, which helps get rid of toxins and wastes in the body. So it's super, super important for helping with mental health. So we're releasing endorphins. Our breathing slows things down, particularly the sympathetic nervous system. Point 3 is it boosts blood flow, which of course helps mental activity. So you've got blood going through the body. You've also got some adrenaline going through the body. It also says when you swim, the hippocampus can grow, that part of the brain which increases the brain's oxygen supply, which can then also help combat mental illnesses and stress-associated disorders. So it really is amazing that studies have shown that immersing yourself in water during exercise helps increase blood flow to the brain. Well, I can imagine that. Now, I've just got to say the visual stimulation this morning of the beautiful calm water, but also the pink sky. As someone said, what is it? Pink sky, sailor's delight, or one of those things. But the beauty of the pink sky, just that in itself, the connection with nature is just absolutely beautiful. That is the sky. The other day we had there was an eclipse, let alone the beauty of the full moon on the water in the morning. I could rave about this forever. Just talking about it makes me feel good. Point 4 is it reduces stress and induces a relaxation state. So the movement of the water around you, the flow of the currents, and certainly in our case, swimming over the reef. We're seeing fish. In fact, this morning, Damien and I, my mate Damien, we were swimming in having a chat about water polo. He turned around and he goes, "There's a seal." And there the seal was, only 10, 15 metres away from us. They call the seals the dogs of the sea. I know one morning I was swimming with 2 of the other ladies in the group and it was one of their birthdays and they said, "Wouldn't it be great if we saw a seal or a dolphin this morning?" And halfway back, swimming back north, there the seal was, and this particular seal came right up to me because I think it must have thought I was a seal in a wetsuit and wanted to look at me, and I had to wave at it like, "Okay, thanks, puppy." And look, people thought, "Oh, it wasn't going to bite you." None of us have ever been bitten. We don't know. I'm sure somewhere in the world someone might have been bitten by one, but in most cases they just want to swim with us, and sometimes they're just jumping out. And again, the natural high that gives you when a seal or a dolphin is swimming right near you is just incredible. There was one day the seal must have swum 200 or 300 metres right next to me, just playing along. It was just incredible. So it reduces stress and induces the relaxation state, and as we say, there's nothing better, whether you're in Sydney or whether you're swimming at Bondi or Coogee or whether you're swimming at Cottesloe or Scarborough or City Beach or anywhere around our fantastic coastline. Nothing better than admiring our beautiful coastlines, particularly in the morning. And people talk about the blue mind. A Blue Mind's research subject that suggests being in and around water will set your body and the mind free, creating calm and peace within. Water makes up 70% of our bodies, and studies suggest our brains immediately have a positive response when we're near water. Dr. Wallace J. Nichols, author of The Blue Mind, says, and I quote, "Being in the water provides a long list of benefits for our minds and body," and I'd go further, spirit, our energy, including lowering stress and anxiety, increasing an overall sense of well-being and happiness, lower heart rate and breathing rate, and reducing PTSD and anxiety disorders. So it means ocean swimming regularly can increase the neurochemicals in the brain, making you happier, healthier and less stress. And I must have a shout out to my great friends over at the Brighton Icebergs over there in Melbourne. They talk of the caged hens who swim within the baths and the free range chickens that swim around the outside. I've got good friends that swim at Cozy Corner in Torquay, all my friends from Jan Juck, good friends at Anglesea and Lawn, all around the coast. And there's a real connection of ocean swimmers. So I highly recommend you do a Google search and pop along, come and join us at North Cottesloe or wherever you are. Go join people. Now, we do say to people, bring your flippers the first time. And of course, in the winter time, you might want to wear a wetsuit because that helps that the temperatures are now dropping. And my good friends down in Albany that swim at Middleton Beach, I could go on and on. But please do come and join us because I do think it's one of the secrets to leading your best life. It's certainly the secret for me leading my best life. I mean, I got to tell you, having swum in the ocean today for the first time in about 7 days, I'm a much, much happier person. The world looks so much rosier and more positive when I've swum in the morning. I invite you to join us. It's Lee Farnell. Thanks for listening. Look forward to seeing you in the ocean sometime. Maybe send me a note and let me know what your experience is or has been. I'd love to hear from you. Go to my Facebook page or send me an email, lee@leefarnell.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you soon. Lead your best life.